Alright, what's up guys? I'm gonna get straight to the point. In this video, I'm gonna go over every split I've done in my 7 years of working out that have built me this physique. I'm gonna go over the strengths and weaknesses of each split, rate them, and then at the end of the video, I'm gonna go over how to build the perfect split for you. For some context, I've done calisthenics for about 2 years, and then lifting in my home gym for the next 2 years, and then lifting in a real gym for about 3 years. As always, I will keep this science-based but simple. Up first, we have push-pull legs. This is what I did for the majority of my fitness journey. It's very simple. Push is chest, triceps, and delts. Pull is back, biceps, and rear delts. And legs is just legs. Here's my cat Junior joining me. Anyways, here are some strengths. A major strength is that push-pull legs is great for chest and for back. And this is especially great considering that chest and back are arguably the most important muscles for the aesthetic physique. The reason it's great for these muscles is that chest and back are trained with smaller muscles like triceps and shoulders. And you can train chest and back first, and whatever muscle you train first gets prioritized. Another strength is that it's very simple. Pushing movements like chest presses already use your chest, triceps, and front delts. Shoulder presses use your front delts, lateral delts, and triceps. Pulling movements like pull-ups use your biceps and back. So this can make for some quick and efficient workouts. However, a major weakness of push-pull legs that's not good for arms. There's no dedicated arm day. And the arms are trained after the chest and back, so you're fatigued and therefore will get less growth. So while the chest and back are super aesthetic, if you really want to prioritize arm growth, push-pull legs is not the best. Overall, I'm a big fan of push-pull legs. It's simple and easy, it gives good frequency, and it's great for the chest, back, and legs. If you're doing push-pull legs, here's some advice to make sure you're growing your chest a lot. Do chest press movements before you do fly movements. This is because if you do fly movements first, your chest will be fatigued for the chest pressing movements, causing your front delts and triceps to do more work. Also, start with chest before you do triceps and delts, because whatever muscle you train first gets prioritized. I'm giving this advice specifically because a lot of people I know doing push-pull legs do it specifically because they want to grow their chest. Overall, I rate push-pull legs a 9.1 out of 10. It did build a lot of the physique I have now. And it's great if you have limited equipment. Just bench press alone hits almost everything in push. And just pull-ups and rows hits practically everything on pull day. The next split I'm looking at is the Arnold split. I did this for a few months after doing push-pull legs for years. So first of all, I saw significant arm growth and arm improvement once incorporating an actual arm day. The Arnold split is chest and back, arms, legs. The idea is you're training antagonistic muscles. So you're training your biceps and triceps the same day because they don't work together. And you're training your chest and back the same day because they don't work together. In push-pull legs, you're training your chest and triceps because they do work together, like on bench press. A lot of people hate on this because chest and back day seems like way too much since they're the biggest upper body muscle groups. However, Arnold split is a good split, especially if you're looking for arm growth. It's not the best for chest and back growth because you are hitting these the same day. So you won't be able to push yourself as far because you will be very fatigued. If you're going to incorporate this, I suggest doing exercises on chest and back day as chest, back, or vice versa, back, chest, back, chest. By going back and forth, you're not completely prioritizing one or the other. And considering these are both large aesthetic muscle groups, it's probably not a good idea to completely prioritize one or the other. Especially because an overdeveloped chest and an underdeveloped back can actually give issues. But I guess that's a video for another day. Another concern people have is that their arms will be tired after training chest and back the day before or the 2 days before. However, if you're properly isolating your chest and isolating your back, and not doing too much volume, your triceps and biceps and shoulders should be fine to go the next day. Overall, Arnold is essentially the opposite of push-pull legs. It's great for arms, but it's not great for chest nor back. I rate the Arnold split an 8.5 out of 10. This brings me to the next split I did, which absolutely blew up my physique. I did this split for about 16 months. It's a slightly modified push-pull legs Arnold. Day 1 is push hitting chest, triceps, and front delts, but not lateral delts. Day 2 is pull day hitting back, biceps, and rear delts. Day 3 is leg day hitting legs and lateral delts. Day 4, we have rest day. Day 5, we have chest and back day. Here comes the Arnold split. Day 6, we have arms. Day 7, we have legs. And day 8, we have rest day. So why did I move lateral delts from push day to legs? The reason is lateral delts are 1, a very aesthetic muscle, and 2, a muscle that's very hard to grow. And whatever muscle you train first gets prioritized. So I could put it at the beginning of push, but I also want to prioritize chest. It's just very aesthetic. So I decided to move lateral delts to the beginning of leg day. Because lateral delts don't affect leg day at all. I'll still be able to hit legs just fine. And it allows me to really prioritize the lateral delts because I'm training them on full energy at the beginning of my workout. And this is very important for getting those 3D boulder shoulders. And a lot of people get really confused when I say day 8. Oh my gosh, bro thinks there's 8 days in a week. I know there's 7 days in a week. Your split does not have to fit perfectly into a week. Your muscles do not know what day of the week it is. So yes, it's an 8-day split. So I love this because it takes all the best from push-pull legs and all the best from Arnold. It has days to prioritize chest and back like push and pull, but it still has a dedicated arm day. It also offers great variation. I don't know about you guys, but push-pull legs or Arnold can get a little bit boring because you're only hitting 3 different days. This gets interesting because you're hitting 6 different days. So I really love this split and it skyrocketed my growth. I give this a 9.8 out of 10. Now I'm going to upper lower. This is actually what I'm doing right now. So upper lower is pretty self-explanatory. It's upper, lower, rest, repeat. I've been doing it for a few weeks to experiment with higher frequency. The idea is there's some evidence coming out that it's not about how much you train a muscle in one session, It's about how often you train that muscle, meaning doing just 1 to 2 sets multiple times a week is better than 5 or 6 sets one time a week. And this means that over the long term, you're training your muscles slightly more often than in my modified push-pull legs Arnold split. The drawback is that it is a lot to train all of upper in one day. Whatever muscles you train last kind of get screwed because you're just hitting so many muscles. So if you're going to do this, you got to drop your volume, which is probably a good thing. Most people are doing way too much volume anyways. But yeah, just 1 to 2 sets per exercise. Another piece of advice I have is I would probably split up upper into upper A and upper B and have a different order of workouts. This is so that if your shoulders are trained last on upper A and therefore don't get that much growth because you're not able to push yourself as hard, you can train them first or at least earlier in upper B. A lot of people are already asking me what I think of upper low and if I've seen growth. It's only been a few weeks, so you should not see that much growth within a few weeks. So I can't judge it for sure yet. However, I do like it so far, and the evidence does suggest that it's a great split. Right now, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Now we're on to the bro split. I've actually never really done this one, but it is a pretty popular one. You pretty much just train one muscle at a time, so chest, and then shoulders, and then arms, back, legs. The problem with this is that you're not training your muscles very often. It's also that you're probably doing too much volume. You don't need a whole day dedicated to chest. In about 4 sets, you pretty much train as much chest as you need to. I used to do way too much volume. I would do like 7, 8 sets of bench press. You don't need to do all of that. And then you're training your muscle less often, and it can't recover as well. Of course, if you have proper nutrition, rest and recovery, and progressive overload, you will still see progress in the bro split. It's just not the best at all. I would give this a 6 out of 10. Now I'm going to go over how to build the right split for you. Because the truth is, everybody wants to prioritize different muscles. Some people have genetically weak or strong muscles. Some people have certain preferences in terms of what they think is aesthetic or what they want to grow. So here are the keys to building a good split for you. First, train every muscle about 2 times a week. Again, it doesn't have to fit perfectly into a week, but that's a good range. Number 2, whatever muscles you want to prioritize should be trained at the beginning of your workouts. And if you really want to prioritize them, train them after a rest day. So for example, I like to prioritize chest, so I usually incorporate push day after a rest day, and I train chest to start out the workout. Number 3, make sure your muscles can rest for about 48 hours before being trained again. And make sure whatever you do, you're in the gym for at most 1.5 hours, not counting cardio. Anything more than that, you're just doing too much. If you follow those tips and do everything else right, you should be able to build a split great for you. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys want to see next.